When it comes to entertainment, think movies, music, podcasts, sometimes it can feel like you're stuck in a rut, taking in the kind of content you've always liked, but never really discovering anything new or branching out. In today's Tech Check, Deseret News columnist Amy Iverson is challenging us to do just that, branch out. And she's giving us the tools to find something fresh. So we feel that stickiness, but is it true that we do stick to what we know?
Yes, and I actually looked at some studies talking about music specifically. I don't know about you, but for sure me, my high school years, that music is my music.
It defines you.
And they said it's because you're so emotional at that age, plus your brain is so malleable, you take in more things that are new. We don't do that as we age, and we could be missing out.
Which I think there's so many ways to interpret that, like growth, right? Mm-hmm. And you could find something you really love, and let's not be the old fogies who are stuck in our ways. So you're going to help us discover something new. Let's start with favorite things to watch. How can we do that?
Okay, so I love this website I found. It's an app too called Taste. And you go in, you give your age. I know we don't love doing that, but you give your age, your gender, and your name just so that they can find people kind of in your realm, right? Then you rate some films. So it'll pop up like this and you say, meh, I liked it, or this was amazing. You rate about 15 of these going through. These are the recommendations that popped up for me. Already, I was like, oh, I loved The Good Place. I loved Everything Everywhere All at Once. So I'm thinking, oh, it does kind of know me just by those few things. But what it does is it has 800,000 reviews on there of people, and it finds your community. So maybe you have girlfriends, you're getting girlfriend recommendations, but do you ever have those friends you're like, they never like the movies I like?
I was just going to say that there's nothing like a break tap in a friendship than when they say, oh, I love this, you have to watch this, and then the next lunch or whatever, they're like, did you love it? You're like, no. Why are we even? It's the equivalent of getting set up on a blind date and you being like, what do you think about me that you recommended him or that, right?
Right. So this is just a way to find like-minded people. They're not necessarily your in real life friends, but they'll give you good recommendations and you can go on there and
I'm going to try that. Taste. Okay, what about our next podcast?
For a podcast, I do like to go on the App Store and look at the podcasts, and I'll type in a genre I like. I like memoirs or different things. But what this does is let you get super granular. So you go on the website and you click those categories that you like, but then there's a million subcategories too. So you can say, yes, I like entertainment, but I only like this type of entertainment, or I like memoirs, but I only like these type. So then it just gets more specific. It did give me way more podcasts than I'll ever be able to listen to, but it just gives me some good recommendations. So I'm like, for me, I'm thinking, oh, I could just start off the top. You can click on it and get a sample, just so you can see, because sometimes even the person's voice, you're like, I'll never listen to that podcast, right? So you can just get a sample and think, would I like to try this out? Give it a try. You have a lot of recommendations.
Have you found any you liked through this?
I haven't tried yet. I was more into the movie part of it, but there are some on here that I'm already listening to, so I can see that it is giving me things.
Piqued your interest enough to know that it's not too far off. Okay, new music. How do we find new music we might like?
Okay, so I feel like most people are generally either using Spotify or Apple Music. So here's how you do it. On Spotify, you can go on there and they give you a daily mix. This just might not be something that you've found yet. I show you exactly how to find it. But once you find it, they're gathering things that you've already listened to and they know you like, and then it's just throwing in a pop of something new here or there, either by a similar artist or the same artist that it already knows you like, or in a similar genre. It's like, we know she likes this type of music, let's see if she likes this artist.
This is so fun, kind of exploratory, and you never know when you might find your next favorite album.
And you'll have favorites on there as well as some new stuff, so that happens every day. Apple Music has something very similar that it only updates every Friday.
Okay, so Apple Music, same deal.
Yeah, so Daily Mix on Spotify. It's called the New Music Mix on Apple Music. But just go in there and you'll get your favorites, but then once in a while, something new pops in that it's thinking you'll like. Let those algorithms work for you.
Let's not be offended by them, but let's lean in and see what they serve up. Amy, thank you so much. You're going to link all of these websites and apps in your column.
Yeah, so just you have that little trail to get to where you need to go to find something new.
Deseret.com/Amy, and we'll link you there from our website. So you're hooked up everywhere you go. Amy, we appreciate you.